It's snowing, yay! This has to be, hands down, one of our favorite times on our property so far, because who doesn't like snow? Everything is just incredibly dreamy. That said, snow does come with a lot of chores on the homestead, so like with most things in life, it's not without its cons. So we wanted to make a video sharing some of the winter chores that we have to do to enjoy all this white stuff. But I do have to say, all the chores we do happily because it's snowing. How could you not be happy when there's snow outside? There's two parts to every winter chore. Step 1, find the chore in the snow. Step 2, do the chore.
Topping the priority list is staying warm, which means keeping the wood stove lit.
Like, we want to live in this really cold climate with like snowflakes and snow and snowy deer, but like, we don't want to be cold because being cold is like, brr. Like, we want to live here, but we also kind of want to like feel like we live in Hawaii where it's like not brr, you know?
But first, remember, we have to find the wood. Wood. Where's the wood? Aha! It's under here! We actually have wood over here too, but it's gonna be a little harder to find. We want to keep that wood for when it's like a full-on blizzard and we don't want to walk very far to get our wood. Oh geez. It's gonna be really deep this time. Oh! It's so deep in there!
Hey, there's the wood. Look at all that wood.
Dun, da, da. I found wood! One for you, one for me. Bringing in wood is fun. It's a little hazardous too.
And we never guilt each other over who has to bring it in late at night when we forget. Never. That's
right.
Never something we do.
Nope. So like, middle of the afternoon it's my job, and in the middle of the morning it's Melissa's job.
Exactly.
Thankfully, because we upgraded our wood stove, we only have to tend to the fire maybe 3 times a day. Okay, maybe 4. The nice thing about having a big stove is that you can put big wood in it. And you really want it to be glowing red when you put wood in. That way, it lights all on its own. So, that is a lot of wood. Perfect. Make sure the drafts are set to warm, and we're good.
We try to keep up with keeping the cars snowed and dusted off because if we wait too long, the chore becomes really hard and we want to be ready to go on a moment's notice. So because Jesse took way too painfully long to do this chore in the last video, I'm gonna see if I can do it in 3 seconds. Ready, set, go. Jesse's a little more organized than I am, but I still get the job done.
Didn't you already do that part?
Huh?
Didn't you already do that part?
Do it again.
So you're doing double work. Ta-da!
And that's it. I told you, 3 seconds. I didn't cheat. It actually took me 3 seconds.
Keeping our batteries charged is super important this time of year for 2 reasons. One, the best way to keep a battery from freezing is to keep it charged. If the battery gets discharged and it gets too cold, it could shatter or even damage the lead plates inside. So we're relying heavily on our inverter charger right now to keep those batteries topped off. The second reason you want to keep the batteries charged using the inverter charger, we're not getting very much solar this time of year. On average, we're only maybe getting about a half an amp to an amp of solar each day, so it's not enough to keep our batteries charged with our consumption. Though we do get some sunny days, which we've already had a couple of them since the stormy weather kind of started, right now we're relying heavily on the generator for keeping our batteries topped off and running all of our electronics. So we're running our generator for maybe around 2 hours a day. We run it for about an hour in the morning and then an hour in the evening.
Keeping up with clearing our stairs and the hot tub deck and even our major walkways is a good idea because it ensures that we're not going to have too much work to do later. It's kind of like cleaning up your room a little bit at a time instead of doing a lot at once. And then worst case, if the snow melts when it's full like this, that could result in a lot of ice and potentially be a huge hazard to us.
Wait for it. Oh. Totally got that on camera. Thank you, Mother Nature, for the free water.
Yep.
See, we are doing snow collection. I told you.
In the event we get any amount of sun, it would be really nice if these are clear so that we could turn that sun into power. Not only that, but if the snow were to turn into a big block of ice, it could take us weeks before we get it off. So really best to keep up on this chore as well.
Keeping the hot tub from freezing, but more importantly, keeping the hot tub hot, also top priority. It's something that we actually have to do every single day because if we let the tub cool off too much, then it gets to be a headache and time consuming to heat it back up. So we put together all this scrap wood this summer, and this is what we use to keep the hot tub nice and toasty. It only takes maybe an hour each day, not of our time, but of the stove, to keep the hot tub at around 98 degrees. We try to be super resourceful and use what is pretty much just junk wood. We try not to use anything that would be good for construction or for something of purpose. So we have a lot of this kind of just ratty wood left over from the reclaimed materials we got last fall. We also have some wood that's left over from last year's firewood, and it wasn't the best wood. It has a lot of bark, so we'd really rather not use it in our cabin. So we just have lots of this stuff, and when we run out of this, we have a bunch of tree branches that we have from a few other trees that we dropped. So we'll cut those up and use those. So this might look like a hot tub, but it's kind of our waste wood disposal system that just happens to create really hot water in a tub.
Wow. That's pretty hot.
That's sizzling.
It's a little dramatic.
It doubles as a barbecue.
Way to be a drama queen.
Yeah. How do you think it gets hot? Well, we'll have to let you figure out what the last chore is. We'll just hang out here in the hot tub until you figure it out. Potatoes gonna hate.
Potatoes gonna potate. Such an awesome view.
Look at that. Isn't this what we were talking about like a year and a half ago? We're like, could you imagine a deck and a hot tub looking that way?
Talk about the power of talking about your dreams and then seeing them come to life. Like a year and a half ago, we were like, man, wouldn't it be awesome if we had like a deck with a hot tub on it and we'd be looking out over the snow?
Yeah, and I think it's hard to like even believe the vision at that time. It was like, it seems pretty far-fetched. Like, where are we gonna get the wood? Have you ever built a hot tub before? Nope.
Yep.
I don't know, but I'm just saying, hot tub with a deck looking that way would be pretty rad, wouldn't it?
I didn't think it'd be this awesome, honestly.
No, I think we outdid ourselves.
Our original idea is like, it sounds good in theory. I'm like, there's no way we're gonna hot tub every night.
Let's be honest, we had no idea what we were doing, but I think we outdid ourselves. This turned out pretty doggone good. I mean, I'd do it again.
Heck yeah.